So back to a different flow, and a couple of the things that are coming through now as I embrace a very different part of my path and life is, in the West we always just do so much and we read so much, or we're shoved with lots of information down our throats from whatever age. Some positive, some we're allowed to find ourselves in books and inspiring things, others because, people recommend and we all share information, which is, it's nice. The information age, sharing of information has been important for a lot of our learning. But also a lot of that outward desire to share this book, share this thing, share da-da-da-da. Sometimes what I think is my reflection as a sensitive, and now knowing that, is like all of these external opinions, advice, suggestions for what one should do, how one should move. I took on a lot in my brain. I never had the confidence that I have now to vocalise who I am inside, even though I've always been a very curious soul. I've loved to read, and something that keeps coming up in my head is The Alchemist, and obviously it is a big title and a lot of people talk about it, but I read it many, many moons ago, and I remember the road less travelled being on the floor of my mum's parents' room when I was younger, and seeing the book and not really connecting with it until at a later stage of my life when it was relevant. And without time for the information that we read from stories shared, and this isn't about not sharing anything. I'm just saying it's sometimes more beautiful to let ourselves be called to books and things, because sometimes we don't let the information land. If we've got so much on and if we're trying to absorb the teachings and the learnings specific to us, not anybody else, but our soul's language, which will be very different for every single one of us. Even if we're in the same soul group, I think we still have different, we've all got our different gifts. And I think having read The Alchemist quite early on, and not that I could recount much of it now, but when you connect with a book or an author and that story, also people, places and things, have such a profound impact on us. It's nice to be able to just sit with that. I think sometimes we don't give ourselves, or we don't make space or enough time to just be with new information, sit with a new perspective or a new view, a new vista off a different balcony, or a deeper meditation in a new bed, different bed. And maybe other people now are starting to look at their bookshelf or revisit some of the old texts that have shaped our characters over the years, because with busy scheduling and time being used, I say this speak as a divine feminine, so much structure back in the day, and diarising, which yes benefited in many ways but was dominating, was leading more than the feminine does now, is that one can say maybe we could have, although I don't know if I believe in free will anymore, is that, or there's the divine timing for everything, but when we allow things to land softly and gently into our psyche, the benefits and the healing becomes more integrated and embodied at I was going to say faster, but it's never about speed. I just think just a deeper level, I think. And maybe this is a message because someone's reading a very powerful book at the minute. I know I've read a few over the past couple of years that are really, even if it's 300 pages, it could be just one page and that one sentence is just like puzzle piece fits into the cogs, the jigsaw, you just see where the piece in the puzzle and the structure is finally laid to rest. And I think it's really time that we slow down. This is, as things speed up, it's really going to be one of the most important things for our safety and sanity is slowing down. Finding a good book or finding something that brought us joy earlier on in our lives. Something quite profound that maybe needs revisiting at the minute. I know there are very powerful books in my life that I've sort of come across recently, so yeah, 616.